So this question comes from a self-employed woman, and she's asking, my business is getting more and more successful, and now I earn a lot more money than my husband does, who already has a good job. He seems kind of envious of that, a little bit. I don't want to have this traditionally masculine role in our relationship because I don't want him to feel small, but I don't want to have less success. How can I establish the feeling of balance again without giving up my excess? And I guess another layer of my question is, what is feminine and masculine anyhow?
Hmm. I feel like I don't want to go into what is feminine and masculine anyhow, because it's such a vast topic. It's a little bit like, okay, now we can interview Ilan Stefani, what is masculine and feminine, but then I'm one voice of a billion of voices defining masculine and feminine. And I feel like all of our almost addiction to get to the essence of feminine and masculine comes in most cases from an inner restlessness that can't be calmed down by the right answer, but just by calming down the nervous system. So it's like, if you want to define masculine this way and feminine that way in yourself and in the world, do so. Like, look out for definitions that work for you in terms of they make you feel seen and they make you feel safe and they make you feel right. That's the most important thing that a definition of feminine or masculine or whatever, or sexuality or anything like that should provide. And most people are not looking for those aspects of definitions, but just of the right content. But they're just looking for the right content. And the right content is in most cases something that keeps stressing them out. So I kind of don't want to go into this whole thing in the background of this question. There are two layers or aspects that come to mind when I listen to this question. First of all, I don't want him to feel smaller, to feel inferior, to feel less important, to feel less successful. I don't want him to feel envy, whatever. It's like you might be married to this man. However, you do not have a right to take responsibility for his feelings. It's not only that you can't do that, like practically speaking, you simply can't do it, but also you don't have the fucking right to even try. So stop trying. Stop trying. If he is triggered, let him be triggered. If he is envious, let him be envious. If he is proud of you, let him be proud of you. It's not like you have to deal with your own stuff and I'm making my money. I'm not talking about something harsh. I'm talking about something in principle, like fundamental. It's his responsibility how he responds to the world. If his wife is earning more money or no money, leaving him, loving him, it's his responsibility what he feels. And by trying to take on responsibility for his feelings, this woman, so may I say, you, like just talking directly to this woman who asks this question, you are trying to avoid your feelings that you have when you let a man go through what he has to go through. So it's not only let me take responsibility for your feelings, but also let me, by taking responsibility for your feelings, avoid my stuff. And also, I don't want to say you don't have the right. You have the right to avoid your own stuff, to suppress your right emotions, etc., your true emotions, etc. You have the right. But do you really want to do that? Do you really want to do that? I mean, you are becoming more and more successful. You are gaining more and more. You are having more and more money. You are having slash more and more energy. So do you want to keep being one of those billions of women who suppress their emotions? And then the last piece that comes to mind when I listen to the question is this: how can I balance things in my relationship? And coming from our cultural perspective, we are not on eye level, but like men, at least economically and in terms of power, etc., are here and women are here. So women still, like, of course, try to get here, and we did a lot of progress. However, it's still, when it comes to finances, for example, and there should be something balanced or something fair or something on eye level, it's still almost like women feel like that's eye level. And as you can see with my hands, no, it's not. It's not eye level. It's close. It's way closer than your mother or your grandmother's. It's not eye level. And my assumption is that you, when you are asking this question, feel like it's a balance when he earns a little bit more, or when he is a little bit more in charge, or whatever. So my answer is, if you want to balance things out, you have to learn to tolerate temporarily having more power than him. You have to learn to tolerate having temporarily more power than him. Means you are here and saying, oh, okay, that's my comfort zone, that's okay. Learn to be here, because practically speaking, you are here and you even admit that it feels good. You even admit that I don't want to give up this money. I don't want to start earning less money again. So you are already admitting I'm above eye level. I like it, but I do not feel safe or comfortable with it. I'm kind of confused. So can I kind of get rid of it? You can get rid of all of these uncomfortable feelings around it, but do it by physically, somatically training to be on top of things. Maybe he's standing somewhere and you are standing on a table in front of him, so being way taller than he is, way bigger than he is, and looking down on him and learning to tolerate that in your nervous system. Not as this is supposed to be the basic thing in our relationship, not at all, but it has to be allowed in your nervous system that this is one temporary expression.
Did you mean this like really him in person in the room, or just
Ideally,
imagining
yes.
him?
Ideally, yes. I mean, he's not like, yay, that's a cool exercise, I'm looking forward to it. He doesn't have to do that. You can do that with a pillow. You can do it with just imagining him, but it's of course more powerful if you are standing on a table, so being taller than him, looking down on him, like, I'm looking down on you because I have more money. And you know that. Like, I'm more successful. I'm the better, whatever. I'm the better coach. I'm delivering the better service, whatever. And not as this is about us speaking the truth in terms of words, but it is about us allowing more flexibility in our nervous systems for different roles or positions that we have. And like the last thing is, this whole thing with money isn't that real. If you are on eye level with relationships, with your husband, with your wife, with existence or not, it's like, are we still living in a world, and we are, where Hollywood stars get interviewed around how their husband deals with them as women earning more money than the men? Are we still living in this world? Are we still, like, seriously? Money is not a thing. How many pullovers you have, how many potatoes you eat, how many millions you have on your bank account, it's not a fucking thing. Like, it's almost like, let's become grown up. Let's grow up and talk about real stuff that really messes up or heals relationships. And how much somebody earns is not a thing. It's a thing in our mind, I get it. He's envious, I'm afraid because I don't want to make him envious, I don't want to emasculate him, I get it. However, it's such a superficial level of just conditioning. Nothing about money is important in and out of itself.
Thank you so much for being interested in global transformation. If you want to join a very special event, I have a free invitation for you. Once a month, I gather humans from all over the globe in a so-called shaking event. It's a very unique adventure where you dive into collective trauma regulation and global transformation together with humans from all over the world. So if you're curious about a physical adventure that truly goes into collective transformation, then you are welcome to join me and hundreds of other beings, and you find the link for your registration below this video.